Hey, everybody. Hello, Still Becoming community. This is the recap. I'm so happy you're here. Essentially, this is about me just kind of taking stock of the week. This show I've created, the recap, just kind of help, hopefully, if you're out there and you're, taking stock of, am I doing the right things? Am I not? Hopefully my own self, because again, I'm nobody special. I'm just out here trying to, kind of just show you that, hey, just showing up is really what it's about, not so much of the other, YouTube specialty. Let me show you 0% body fat and, like this is real, even though it is not. I'm training for my marathon. If you haven't been following the show, or following Still Becoming over on Instagram at Still Becoming 26, and the YouTube channel just Still Becoming, where this is posted. Just kind of putting together, just simply just real and results of just showing up, nothing special. I know sometimes out there social media can really, really bog you down because you're not quite there yet. And you may never be there, but this show and the Still Becoming platform I'm creating is just simply to let you know, hey, you don't need to listen to any of that. You just need to do what you're doing already, and it's going to take some time, or maybe you're already in the middle of it, and you just need some reassurance by maybe my reflections. Helping you get there, that you don't have to change anything or everything. You just need to quiet the noise. And so, with my, results this week, I think for me, it was a bit of a struggle. This notion of I'm a week out from marathon and I just feel flat, I'm starting to come off that, feel heavy. At times I've felt just a bit more swollen. I just really gotten in my head that, maybe this isn't the best taper, but, I always have to keep reminding myself that, hey, it's working. You just have to quiet that noise that's telling you this doesn't feel perfect. And so for me, having to tell myself that it's hard. This is my first time I can say in a long time, that I can remember. That is the first time I kind of just was like, hey, let's just do the work. And so that's what I've done. And coming into this last week, it didn't start off so well. Sunday just didn't feel so hot, and even by Friday, mentally on Friday, I really just did not feel my snappy self, out there running. And my coach had kind of warned me that that was going to happen. It may be that way all the way up and through this next week too, especially as I'm traveling for my race. And so I just have to keep telling myself and just keep reiterating, this is part of the process. It's not anything that's magical. I don't need to be the hero of my arc. I don't need to be, this sort of savior of my own tale. It's more of just do the work, show up, and let the rest sort of sort itself out. The louder stuff is going to be the things that, like I felt, didn't feel so great mentally, physically. I just haven't been feeling like I'm catching it. But as I've kind of just been, reflecting and listening to my coach, that idea of I feel like a spring and I'm just starting to load up. And if it's all said and done, and I really get that rest and really just kind of help relax my nervous system and let everything sort of collect again, coming off of those high weeks. I think going into this week, it'll be a different story. And so I just, want to reflect that back out and, kind of just let you know that, hey, I'm feeling okay. My ego is definitely a little bit smushed and not enjoying itself, and want to fix it immediately. At least that's what the ego keeps saying, like, hey, we should fix this. We should fix this. And I'm just telling myself, shh, just keep quiet. Okay. I don't want you to interfere with what I've got going on here. And it's a beautiful thing I have going on. I don't care if I show up on Sunday, a disaster. I just want the opportunity to, show my work off. And if it only happens for half the race, it only happens for half the race. But I'm going to do my best to show up at 100%. And right now, amongst all the loud and just the stuff that doesn't feel great, I think I'm showing up quite well. And so I hope wherever you're at, that sort of helps, hopefully bring you back that, hey, everything is okay. It might feel weird. It might feel loud, but you've got to trust yourself. Like I'm trusting myself that that loud noise is not the noise to be listening to. The quiet one is the one to be listening to, the one that actually is calm when you really sit and think about it. And that's really what I'm doing. Just sitting and think about it and letting all this stuff I've done just start to wake up and really feel like, yeah, I'm ready. And so again, that's the recap. If you're enjoying the recaps I've already put out, if you're enjoying some of the show on my YouTube channel for the podcast, leave a comment. Just let me know that you're doing okay out there. All right. I hope this week coming up is going to be a great one for you guys. I know I'm excited to enter it. So, let's get after it. And so I bid you a fair adieu. And, again, you are still becoming. And I want you to know that you are the only one stopping you. Good night.